Hello.
Hello.
I'm Red.
We need a clapperboard because I worked out what they're for now. I've worked out the point of a clapperboard.
So you can see when to edit.
Well, that and so that you can, because it's a very sharp clap sound, which shows up very well in peak charts for your syncing audio.
So you can see when to edit.
I didn't know any of that. Yeah.
Oh, it's not on.
Yeah, but the video is. I just got you going.
Fuck you. Can I have a drink?
Yeah, you can. Hang on. Just put the intro music in place.
That was my quick dance. Hi everyone. See, what are the YouTube people supposed to do during this point? Because it's the most boring intro. There's no music, there's no sound. It's just us kind of stumbling
No.
around.
They've got a little intro. You clearly haven't watched any of the videos.
Why would I?
Do you want to know?
I don't even listen to our podcast.
Oh fuck it! I was dying. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Drinky Talky Thing number. What the hell number is it?
117.
117.
Also, there is no dog. I promised dog, but I meant the next week. Because I said there will be a dog because we had a baby last week and we're not having a dog.
You can do it next week. You and your dog can record the podcast on your own.
He's getting the snip, isn't he? So he's not going to be up for it next week, I don't think.
He's not going to be up for many things
I think
ever
he'll
again.
still be in a mood. So, games.
Yes, right. I've lost this pile of links. Where are they? No,
they're not there. This is not going well.
Where do you want to start?
Scribblenauts, because it's an awesome start.
Right, Scribblenauts and Super Scribblenauts have been classic games. They've been brilliant games. And people, basically, if you haven't played it, you write in a word and it appears. Or in Super Scribblenauts, you write in a word and an adjective and it appears. So you could create a pink elephant.
Yeah.
And people tried to stump it. Its dictionary was massive, and the fact that it was that intelligent and gave them all AI was...
It was pretty advanced, wasn't it? I know it sounds because it was
mind-boggling.
A DS game.
It's a DS game, and then eventually Wii.
Yeah, and what you tend to think with any game like that is, well, it's on the DS, it can't be that good.
Yeah.
But they put a lot of effort in. It was seriously awesome.
But its next version's coming, and this one is going to be set, strangely, in the DC universe. The DC comic universe, to be specific.
Yeah.
Which is, well, I don't know why I need to specify that. The DC universe is...
I don't know why it needs... I don't know how Scribblenauts is going to work, because as I mentioned earlier, all you write is Batman and you've won.
Yeah, but if the enemy is Joker...
Or Superman. I struggle.
But if Superman comes in, smashes the thing, and it turns out there's kryptonite inside, your Superman's fucked.
Superman and Batman holding hands. Simple. Done. See? It's too powerful a universe, so you're going to end up with situations where...
But it's a universe where it doesn't matter how powerful everything is, everything's died many times. So it's not that...
Rubbish.
I mean, there's even comics... there's even some comics where they themselves make jokes about death because they know that not one of them can die permanently. Nobody dies permanently.
Well, they can't, can they? Otherwise, I have nothing to write about.
Well, there's enough of them because the Scribblenauts guys are saying they've got every DC universe character in there, and claim there's around 2,000 taken from the DC archives.
I'll be honest. I mean, I didn't expect more than 200.
Yeah,
but 2,000 is ridiculous.
And everything's there that you'd expect. So you've got your Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern Corps, Mogu. Mogu's there.
I'm just going to nod and smile to that one.
Mogu is a sentient planet that is one of the Green Lantern Corps.
I've heard about this one.
Yeah.
I do actually know this one.
Yeah. So you can summon up a sentient Green Lantern planet.
How does that work? I imagine like a Final Fantasy, you know, when you do the epic kind of things and there's rocks rain down and somehow it goes -3. I imagine it's similar to that, except for a planet just goes game over.
I don't know, but remember that this planet is also a Green Lantern, so it can also summon anything it wants out of the green light.
So again, how is it? How does this...
You were worried
Green
about...
Lantern himself is Scribblenauts, isn't he? Because you can just summon anything.
Green Lantern is Scribblenauts.
So, are you going to end up with like a perpetual loop?
I don't know. But
if Green Lantern summoned Scribblenauts, the game...
Yeah, you were just saying...
Summons Green Lantern...
You were worried about Superman, and you've got a sentient planet.
Yeah, never mind.
But you also have the likes of the Hero Hotline and all of the mini heroes.
You can't call them heroes because I've never heard of the Hero Hotline.
It was late 80s. It was very, very
short-lived by the sounds of it.
No, it was, but yeah,
they made a B team.
Well, no, they made many B teams. There was also the corporate. What was it? The Corporation Crew or something, which was actually just businessmen.
Yeah, okay, this must be the BBB team because
the conglomerate and the captains of industry, who were businessmen.
Okay, so they're bad, but God, these have powers and they're still retarded. I mean, yeah. You have Zeep, the living sponge.
He was awesome.
A living bath sponge campaigner for superhero rights and fair play. Seriously?
Yeah.
He's a protester
Yep.
who happens to be a sponge.
Yeah. Can you tell what they thought of protesters in the 80s?
There's Microwave Bell, which is an amateur scientist who made a microwave device that gives her the power of flight.
Well, and strength, yeah.
Microwaves.
Yeah.
Flight.
I'm not sure how it works. You're not meant to... Don't overanalyse, because we're the same team. You've got Stretch.
The best one as well. Sorry, we'll come to Stretch in a second, but voiceover. A skilled ventriloquist and accomplished vocal mimic, who also comes along with... Sorry. Fred. The invisible and intangible, who is possibly a creation of voiceover. Nobody's quite sure. He's very good at voiceovers.
Yes, but Fred was just there to man the phones.
But they're not sure he's there.
But they don't know whether he actually exists.
But anyway, sorry, Stretch. I'll let you cover Stretch.
No, Stretch was a good one. Stretch is like the elongated man, which is their elastic guy, and created his same powers in the same way, drinking the same chemical. However, in Stretch's case, unlike the elongated man, he used it too much and now can no longer make his body solid. So he's literally a puddle. A puddle that can stretch himself into any shape or size.
I wonder in what scenario are any of these useful. I can understand Microwave Bella, or Belle, whatever her name is. She could rescue a cat from a tree. Right? A puddle is no use to anyone.
No, because if he makes himself stretchy enough, the cat could jump out of the tree and bounce off him.
Oh, God.
But
there's someone that can... Diamondette can turn her hands as hard as diamond. How is that useful?
You ever punched a diamond?
It doesn't matter. I won't punch her in the hand.
Yeah, but if she's punching you...
You just avoid the fists and she's useless. She may as well just put Kevlar knuckle dusters on. How is she any different from a pair of knuckle dusters?
She's still more useful than a fucking ventriloquist.
Or a puddle. Oh, but still, we've got a hot shot who can fire fireballs.
Yeah, but anyway,
that's useful.
These are... That's how obscure they've gone. These characters, because there was a press announcement and people were trying to stump them again.
Yeah.
Trying to pick up obscure heroes. And they tried Microwave Belle, aka also known as Microwave Mom.
The thing is, though, I mean, couldn't they just? Because I assume the game's not due for a while, is it? A little while.
Later this year, I think.
So they can go. Oh, have you got Microwave Belle? Yeah. Scribble that one down.
No, because they actually did it there and then in the press event.
Okay then, I take it back.
It's due out summer. So
they've just made an awesome game and filled it with everything you'd ever want.
Yep.
Cool.
I think you can even summon the...
That looks like Bruce Wayne's manor.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's Wayne Manor.
It is.
And Alfred. I hope you can summon Alfred. He is definitely up there.
He's got to be... Yeah, I think that looks like this. Yep, there's Alfred. And there's Bruce Wayne.
What I want to know now here's where it'll be a challenge. If you can summon Bruce Wayne and Batman at the same time.
Yeah, that'd
If
be
you can,
interesting.
if you can summon them and their alter ego.
They'll just claim parallel universe, job done.
Well,
Isn't
you
that
can.
how you get out of any fix in a comic? You know, if you've written yourself into a corner, parallel universe.
Well, World 2, there are multiple versions of the Flash. But then
they all are together.
Well, no, because they're different. They're different Flashes.
Zombie Flash looks pretty. Is that zombie?
That's Black Lantern Flash, yeah.
Yeah, looks like a zombie.
Zombies don't happen that much in the in the DC universe. Marvel has zombies. DC have the Black Lanterns.
They put him on a treadmill.
That's the cosmic treadmill. That's something.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah. Seriously?
Cosmic treadmill.
I don't read that many comics, but right, Walking Dead, I can get on board with. The Flash, who runs on a cosmic treadmill.
The cosmic treadmill is a time travel machine.
Of course.
By
wouldn't it be?
running faster than the speed of light on the cosmic treadmill moves him and the device back through time.
Okay, here's my other one. What does the Flash eat? The amount of
Everything.
energy he must burn.
Whatever he can get his hands on.
Because I've never seen him eat.
Oh, all the time.
I've never seen him cover Flash eating.
Yeah, no, it's covered.
Is it?
It's definitely covered.
Because he'd have to be like a horse with, those little grain sacks they attach to the heads.
Yeah, it's not quite that bad, but yeah, it is covered. That he does have to eat quite a lot to sustain his metabolism.
Does he eat quickly?
Yes.
Okay. Stupid question, but I was curious. So Scribblenauts DC looks pretty good. Oh dear. Terrible start. Let's not cover Sony just yet, because there's a few things there that are worth covering. So should we jump onto Steam?
Steam have been, they've been busy. They've been updating and again twatting with their service. This time it's not so bad. It's they've added a new profile page. They've updated. Your profile pages now have a gamer score type element to them.
All those
people are saying badges are new, but they're not. They've been there for a while. They've been there for a while, but they've expanded the number of badges to tie in with Part 2, which is a trading card system
based upon your gamer score / badges.
No.
Right?
But your gamer score and badges are based upon the trading card game. And your trading cards are gained by playing the games. So basically, it's kind of got that step through. The trading card is the conjoining thing.
Okay.
So gameplay within games will earn you trading cards. These trading cards can be bunched together into packs to create badges and gamer score. And when bunched together into badges, will give you items that you can then sell on in the in-game marketplace, such as discount codes for other games, cosmetic items and shit like that. Hats.
The go-to, yeah. Hats.
I don't know what Valve sell, but it's hats.
So if anyone ever asks me, these virtual, because obviously you get the odd newspaper cover virtual things and saying how stupid they are. What are these virtual hats? It's just hats.
It's not.
Every game, hats. Some have guns, mostly hats. Let's be honest. Nobody gets excited. I've got this new gun. It shoots like all the others, but it's pink.
Valve have.
Oh, I've got a cowboy hat. Woo!
Some of them have got a bit more interesting items in that some of the Steam games will drop loot crates. However, the loot crates require a key to unlock them, and then they will randomly drop the keys to other people.
That's evil.
So you have to sell those keys to open the loot case, or sell the loot case.
And you've no idea what's in it.
You would have no idea.
Essentially, what you're playing there is deal or no deal.
Well, what you're playing there is you can have the speedboat, or you can have what's in the box. But what's in the box?
And let's be honest, box every time. Nobody ever got that speedboat, did they? No. Everyone went for the box. It was always a shit holiday to Skegness, isn't it? Americans won't understand this, but... Yeah.
No, they will, because it was done on The Simpsons.
Ah, fair enough.
Homer gives up a speedboat for what's in the box. Because what's in the box could be anything. It could even be a speedboat. Sorry, no, that wasn't Simpsons. That was Family Guy.
Everything has been done on Family Guy, let's be honest. Absolutely everything you can think of has been on Family Guy at some point.
Yeah.
So...
But the new trading cards, it's a bit of a weird system, and it's not active yet. It's about to go into beta. You've got to be invited into the beta to get...
Well, I'm the guy that doesn't necessarily like all these badges, scores and achievements. Hell, I started playing games again. Well,
yeah, I heard.
I played Hitman the other day.
Yep.
Because, I wanted to play Hitman. And I started racking up all these scores and points, and I've got awards coming up all the time in the corner. You know what? I've no idea what I did to deserve any of them. Nor do I understand why I would want them.
I don't know what...
I'm lost.
My PlayStation card, because I've scrolled down the list of all my PSN friends.
Yeah.
And I noticed that there's a star and a number next to everyone's PSN number.
Yeah, we have levels, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know about them.
No, you're higher than me.
I'm well ahead of everybody in my friends list.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because we don't play games as much as you. Simple as that.
Yeah, but I haven't touched my PlayStation in months.
That's depressing, thank you. But yeah, Hitman is actually quite good, it turns out. One of the missions, I've beaten the average score every time, and I've beaten all my friends every time. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I assume it
Or
is.
your friends suck.
Yeah, well that's it, that's what I'm not sure. But one of them, I walked in, luckily I knew this mission already because Alex set me it when we were at his one time. And I walked in, I shot these things, it fell on the guy I was supposed to kill, and I left the level. And I got this massive score. I've still no idea what I got the score for. Apparently there's challenges. I could have poisoned him, I could have shot his friends, but why? You can just drop that on his head. The point of being
efficiency.
The point of being a hitman is efficiency.
Kill it and get the fuck out of there.
Nobody knows it was me because it was an accident. Things fell on him.
That's probably why you got the high score.
Why would I want to go poison him? Like, I don't get it. Then I walked into the next mission, which was get into this hotel, and no matter what you do, you just seem to... Everyone I've met, everyone on my list, has a low score. I beat them all again, obviously. That was arrogant, wasn't it?
Just a touch.
But I pretty much within 5 seconds, I was minus 5,000 on the score because I had to kill someone. I couldn't figure out a way to do it otherwise. And I'm there, stood at the elevator, pressing this button while they're all around going, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Hey, buddy!" Turn around, I'm there. Just fucking press the button before they shoot me. I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it.
No, not really.
That's probably why I had minus 5,000. Anyway, that was a ramble. Vivendi are still trying to sell Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, it was their earnings call, obviously, last week, and...
They've been wanting to...
Well, it was Activision's earnings call, but it was also Vivendi's, and they say they're still trying, and they're getting closer to a deal now. Because Activision Blizzard is still worth a fucking shitload of money.
I think they've started to realise, though, they're not... They used to be, but now they're...
Well, it is that Vivendi are trying to separate themselves from anything other than their core business, and games are not their core business. Then their TV.
I still think there's more to it. I just think Blizzard, maybe not Activision. Activision are still kind of churning out games and making money, but Blizzard, let's be honest.
Blizzard are doing themselves a bad one.
Diablo wasn't a good release. StarCraft's been good. WoW is, from a financial and investor point of view, not doing well because it's dropping players.
It's dropping players, but it's still making money hand over fist and will do for quite some time to come.
But let's be honest, investors, they look at where it's going, not where it's at, and it's going down.
Yeah,
Titan's
but any serious investor in Activision, in the Activision Blizzard side of things, and looking at the Blizzard side of things, is going to know the history and know what's going on, and know that Titan's going to make them a lot of money, regardless of what happens.
They don't, though. Not after Diablo. Diablo was a short thing.
No, it wasn't.
It should have been a short thing.
It should have been a show thing.
Exactly, and Titan should be a show thing. But nobody
Diablo
knows.
should have been a show thing, but then they stuffed it up with StarCraft 2. I'm going to go back and... Well, let's not get into that rant again.
Just remember, WoW was the perfect storm. The chances of them doing that again...
I think they might have done it with Hearthstone. Because the market's crying out for an...
even I said, didn't I?
Yeah,
I quite fancy it.
Easy to get into digital trading card game. Now they're out there. There's there's Legend of the Planewalkers.
Complicated as anything, aren't they?
But that's it. That's the complication. The knowledge that you need to have.
You can't just start playing.
The only way that Hearthstone will fail is if Nintendo lower their morals and pump out a digital Pokemon.
I'm sorry, Pokemon needs to come out.
Could you imagine what would happen if, in fact, if not just Nintendo, Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think even Digimon would probably do quite well. All of these little similar games, but Yu-Gi-Oh did release a game, but it was console and it was Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon's the one in it, really.
Yeah.
If Pokemon do a decent game with a
But yeah,
strong RPG and a battle,
all our proper card game playing listeners are probably screaming at us for not mentioning Magic, but Magic, it's far too fucking complicated.
Yeah.
But there's been a few of them.
I'm thinking Magic. Do the cards that you can buy for Magic the Gathering actually link into the game, or are they two separate?
They're two separate things.
Because that would be interesting as well. A physical and digital crossover. So you've got...
that kind of happens with the Warcraft. Well, happened with the Warcraft trading card game, because there was a Warcraft trading card game, and you could get loot cards in the trading card game that you could then trade in for shit in the game.
I was thinking.
I actually got one of them.
I was thinking so you could take your cards, go and play a game against someone, and then put those cards, scan them with QR codes, whatever you do, and add them to your digital deck and play online.
That would be genius.
Yeah, I can't believe no one's done that. Hearthstone may do this. I mean, let's be honest, they're not daft, aren't Blizzard, and they've got Activision, who are strongly behind the physical.
Yeah,
with Spyro.
I don't know.
If they don't do it, I'd be surprised. But it seems like
that could work.
Seems like a no-brainer.
But then they'd have to have a distribution method for the physical cards, which they
Activision, Spyro, they've already got the connections. They've already got the physical aspect.
I suppose no, I'll give you that.
I want to rekindle my youth of collecting shinies. Shinies were the best thing. When you pay £2, you get these book full of cards or stickers or whatever you collect at the shop. Stickers for me because it was football. And you get a shiny, and literally you would run around.
I never saw you as a sticker collector.
Yeah, I had all.
Particularly
the books.
not a football sticker collector.
I was a footballer as a kid, wasn't I? I ventured away from it when I didn't grow. When everyone else started getting bigger and bigger, and I just didn't. I thought, I'm going to get out of here. I'll play computer games. Let's fit the stereotype.
Well, anyway, yeah. Where were we? Blizzard. Yeah. Fuck 'em.
Sage advice there from Paddy.
Fuck 'em.
How about Ouya? Because I want to glow today.
No. This is actually starting to become quite a theme amongst all gaming sites. That what the hell's going on with this Kickstarter project? Because it's less than 2 months before its retail date now.
And there's not been much going on, is there?
Well, no, there's been plenty going on, but none of it's been, woohoo, this is brilliant. It's not living up. Basically, the Kickstarter campaign built a level of hype that was no way on this earth that it could sustain.
Even then, there's no reason why. Because all they're doing is they're getting some cheap controls.
Yep.
And some kind of cheap chip. Some system chip device, a few extra bits. It shouldn't have taken this long, really.
Well, they were building an operating system based on the Android operating system, so there's that as well.
Why not just stick vanilla on it? Am I wrong? But I always think vanilla Android is just easier.
Well, yeah.
And everyone roots everything that you put on Android anyway.
There is that. If they could just put ice cream sandwich on there.
Ice cream? Jelly bean? Let's go modern.
No, Jelly Bean might not be right for that. Because you want to be able to...
I don't know the differences, to be honest. I just know Jelly Bean's the most recent.
Yeah,
I've got it on my phone. I know how it works.
There's not that much difference, to be fair.
Fair enough.
Ice cream sandwich has a lower impact.
Why do they give them stupid names?
Because
4.2. That's all you need.
Because Google can't actually name.
It's like Linux distros. Why do they call it the Grumpy Goose or the...
Oh no,
the sultry swallow. I just don't. Why?
That's not Linux. That's just the Ubuntu guys.
Yeah, but why?
Because
this is what started it, right?
Because they're nerds.
You know what? Windows 3.1, 95, 98. Me. Shit. Millennium.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You've already missed one that completely destroys your thing. 3.1, 95, Bob.
Bob doesn't count.
Bob counts.
Bob was
Fuck
scrapped.
you. Bob counts.
Bob was not worth the time or effort.
Bob was the cause of Clippy.
Yeah. One of these two survived for an extra couple of years and then was unceremoniously killed.
I don't care. Bob counts.
Bob doesn't count. Anyway, Windows ME, 2000, XP, they're mostly simple. XP was the most complicated one, as is Vista, but they've gone back to Windows 7 and 8 now, so why can't you just stick to simple names? Hell, start with 1, work your way up from there.
What's the current OS X called?
10 point...
No, what's its name?
It's irrelevant, it's got a number.
It's not sold on its number, it's
It
sold on its name.
always says the number.
After it said the name.
It
What's its
doesn't matter.
name?
Some kind of cat, I don't know, alright? It's a cat every
You're
time.
taking the
They've
piss
got
out-
it wrong, it's cats, no.
It's Snow Leopard, by the way.
Okay.
Why do I know your OS and not you?
What's Mountain Lion?
Mountain Lion was the previous one.
Was it?
I'm sure it's Mountain Lion Snow
I
Leopard.
thought I had Snow Leopard and I got Mountain Lion at work. You carry on, I'm going to Google this. I'm confused now because I need to upgrade, man. I don't know which one I need now.
You know where to go with this.
Make conversation.
But Ouya devs, basically, they've not been living up to expectations, and some of the devs are now starting to find problems with the system that are a bit more than what the first dev kits came out. The early adopter dev kits came out, and there was a problem with the analog sticks not quite being accurate enough, and it was put down to production
There's
defects.
2 versions out. It's Mountain Lion. Snow Leopard's what I've got on my Mac.
Ah, fair enough.
Sorry.
And it seemed they were
4 years old.
The problem was put down to the fact that there was glue from the production that was causing them to be sticky, and now that there's backers kits coming out, actual kits that people have paid for, they're having similar problems, and one of the developers has actually built his own bit of software to analyse the inputs from controllers, and has worked out that the Ouya controller has some quite substantial dead zones in its...
To say substantially, it's just got areas you could technically move the stick without it moving by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Which, that's quite substantial dead zones.
Now, what he's worked out since is, when you follow the thread further on, is that it's not hardware, it's software. It's the device driver on the controller, and he has rewritten the device driver for the controller, giving it out to the public,
And it works.
It's a lot more accurate than it was.
Right.
But when that's the problem with this being an open source system. It's the major problem. It's the reason Linux hasn't taken off and usurped Windows.
Yeah.
Linux is free. Linux is a better operating system. However, you need to know what the fuck you're doing to make Linux do anything. There is no way around
It's
it.
come on leaps and bounds.
There
but
are
it's
a
still
bunch of simplified distros out there, but if you want to use Linux properly, you need to know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
It's that simple. There's a reason I don't have
You need
Linux.
to own an anorak. I think that's a rule. You have to talk like this.
Nah.
I've been to the Linux meetings in Hull. I went with Frenchie once. I have never met such an... They might be listening. Awesome
Maybe.
bunch of guys. They
No.
were awesome.
It's a weird circle that get involved in Linux heavily. But anyway, that's the reason Linux hasn't taken off, and that's the reason why the homebrew console is not going to stand up against a specifically built console.
Even then, if you're going to do homebrew, do something a bit more interesting, something more useful. Because the Ouya is great, but it's still a console. It's a little box that you can't really... It's awkward size, shape.
Yeah.
The game stick, at least, has a purpose. You could take it with you. I'm starting to come around to your way of thinking here. Stick it in the TV when you're in a travel lodge or whatever. Job done.
See, again, I'm starting to go off that idea, because the Ouya situation is currently
I'll be honest.
poisoning my mind to the whole thing, and thinking, well, why do I need this? Why do I not just get...
Powerful phone and... No.
Well, that's it, yeah, phone. And I don't need an entire piece of kit. All I need is a dongle with a HDMI adapter that I can plug into the TV and Bluetooth to.
Well, you don't have to... Well, I don't think you Bluetooth, but there are... You can get wireless HDMI, can't you, for
Yeah.
one thing, and then some phones do actually have a cable.
Well, yeah.
If you don't have to be near the phone,
Yeah,
if you've got
no,
a pad...
the Nexus 4's got USB to HDMI.
I totally knew that. Yep.
Nexus 7 doesn't, which is fucking annoying.
What about the Nexus 10?
I think the 10 does.
Oh, you should get a 10. They look awesome.
I don't want a 10. 10's too big for it. I'm sorry. This is a tablet argument.
I agree. A 10 is something that sits on your coffee table.
The reason I didn't buy an iPad is because it was too big.
Yeah.
If the iPad Mini had come out sooner, I might have got an iPad Mini.
No, right. There is a simple rule here. 10 sits on your coffee table. 7 goes with you. And anything bigger than 4 for a phone is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll get that.
I still think 4's pushing it, unless you're going for, sorry to say it, the iPhone type long, thin screen.
No, I don't like that.
I think the width of an iPhone.
The width is good.
I went back and I used my iPhone 4.
I've got huge hands, and I think I'd have problems with i5.
It's not even I can do it, and I've got tiny hands. So, but I went back to an iPhone 4 after my Nexus the other day. Granted, it smashed to bits, and I thought, oh, that feels good. There's something about having a solid bit of glass in your hand. Anyway, let's move on. Mine didn't cost the same as an iPhone, so yeah, I can justify it. Oh, have you seen Google? Sorry, it's just random. Google are releasing a Nexus, a Galaxy Nexus. They've taken the S4 and stripped it and put Nexus, like the basic vanilla.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah, so they made like an agreement with Samsung to do it. It's unfortunately ludicrously expensive.
Yeah, but the S4's a fucking beast of a machine.
It is, yeah. But let's be honest, how powerful do you need your phone to be? It's like when people say,
again,
it's more powerful than the computer that landed on the moon. I don't care, I don't want to go to the moon.
Yeah, but the Mega Drive was.
Yeah.
The Mega Drive had more processing power than Apollo 13. That's not an argument.
Yeah. With Moore's Law, it's... Yeah. Sorry, carry on, you were going to say.
No, but the thing we were just saying about your phone is your console. Your phone is your controller.
No, it's not. A phone is not a suitable controller unless you're playing a touchscreen game. If you want to play a proper game, you need a pad. I
know you need a pad, but I could do with a digital controller.
No, that's wrong.
On the TV, streamed. As long as I don't have to have a fucking cable.
You're wrong. I'm sorry, you're just... wrong. There's no other word for wrong.
I think at that point
terribly wrong.
We'll stick a song in. That need to pee.
Hey. He's wrong.
Find a song, because Trevor didn't send us one.
Oh, shit.
Newgrounds, just find something.
What the fuck do I do on here? Alright, Trevor, just for you, I'm searching for Canada on Newgrounds. What have we got? Oh dear.
I'll agree with that.
In tribute of Trevor, Canada.
Okay, let's download that.
I'll let you go ahead and do that.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Your turn, is it? Right, so we're downloading this. He's wrong. The touchscreen touchscreen versions of games controllers are more than powerful enough for temporary use. For constant use, I would agree with him, physical controller only. But for on the road, there's no reason why you can't use your phone as a touchscreen controller temporarily. There just isn't. And that's what I'd want. A powerful phone that could then stream remote wirelessly to a TV, and then I could use it as a controller. Because I could put on live on that fucker. In fact, it would make on live or Gaikai viable.
I can make this argument easier.
Go on then.
Right, what kind of games would you generally play with a pad?
Me? Platformers.
Right, okay. What do you generally need to do when you're playing a platformer?
Swear at the screen.
And why do you swear at the screen?
Because I'm shit at them.
Okay. But generally, you need to be quite accurate.
Nah, not
You need
really.
to hit your ledge. There's always ledges. It's a platformer. And you need to be able to see where the hell you're going. You need a pad.
You don't.
You do.
No.
And even then, you don't be playing that while you're on a bus, moving around or in a
No.
train.
No. But I'm not talking about digital. I'm talking about using it as a pad when it's in remote streaming mode, so your video isn't on the phone.
But you're sat in a hotel room. Why not just have a pad? Just Bluetooth to your phone. Your phone.
Because then you've got to carry. Because then you've got to carry around an extra pad.
That's fine. It just goes in your rucksack or whatever bag you have because you're clearly travelling.
No.
Just stick it in your bag. Job done.
That said, I am going to Dublin next week, and I am taking my Xbox controller.
See.
And installing Steam on my laptop, which I will then HDMI into the TV in the hotel room.
They're going to come in and you're going to have like an office set up in the hotel room, aren't you?
Well, I did it the other day, but I had to test out the HDMI cable because I hadn't before. So I HDMI'd my laptop to my main TV.
That's a big TV.
It's a big TV, and it was good. I don't know what else to say. It was good.
Do you think I could make an arcade cabinet with a TV that big? Can you imagine? Whoa!
I think you could, but I think
Jump, Mario!
I think your missus would kill you.
Yeah, I think so.
What I think you need to make is one of those table flipping games.
Well, I was thinking the other day. This is a really weird thing to think, but you know the games like Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to play a game like Gauntlet and mid, you know those arcade cocktail tables?
Yeah.
Where usually you've got a controller at either end and it's for playing Pong and shit like that. If you had Gauntlet and instead of controls at either end, you had them on either side, so you got 4 sides,
Yeah.
and just mount the joysticks slightly wrong, so up's actually right. You could have somebody, no matter where you sat, up makes you go up, down makes you go down. And you could play Gauntlet, 4-player, gathered around a cocktail machine. That'd be brilliant. Sorry, I spent many years playing Gauntlet as a child.
Yeah. Oh, there's also that somebody did come up with an arcade machine that had a keg in it, obviously.
As you do, yeah.
The keg machines, and then they went one step further and built a fighting game into it that only paid out a beer to the winner of the match.
Nice.
And I looked at that and went, I must have one of these things. And then looked at the price and thought, I do not need one that much.
Yeah. Well, it's why I'm trying to build an arcade machine. I also have quite specific needs. Because arcade cabinets are about so deep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aiming for about that deep. Yeah, probably about that.
Fair enough.
Whether I can do it is
But
something else.
The components are fairly cheap.
Well, you say that, but you know MIM?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the purpose of MIM?
It's for those arcade cabinets.
It's for accuracy and basically trying to reproduce everything perfectly.
Yeah.
Now what that means is they purposefully knacker your CPU by doing absolutely everything it possibly can to make sure everything's perfectly accurate, which means every single release gets harder and harder to run. So I thought Raspberry Pi, stick MIM on it. No. There are versions of MIM that run, but they're considered inaccurate and not worth the salt.
Does it fucking matter if your
Well,
arcade
that's it.
game's inaccurate?
Well, that's the kind of argument
Some
I
of
had.
one of the best times I've had in arcades are when the fucking machine's gone doolally.
I'm pink! Yeah, it's fun.
Time Crisis when the fucking infinite bullet bug came up.
Oh, that's the other thing. I found a place that sells the guns. I'm going to strap holsters to the side of my machine and have it as a gun or a shooter as well.
No, but I was playing Time Crisis years ago, and somehow the machine bugged and went into infinite ammo. No matter how much I shot, I never ran out.
So you just kept going.
I had the top score on that machine for years.
Nice. God bless Time Crisis. I miss it. In fact, there's no shooters, is there, anymore?
No.
I know this sounds daft because people go, Call of Duty's a shooter, but it's not. In fact, I think it's an insult to call Call of Duty a first-person shooter.
Yeah, unfortunately.
First person is me.
Unfortunately,
right?
no, Time Crisis has been given its spiritual successor.
Which is?
Gears of War.
What?
Ducking down behind boxes and jumping out at exactly the right point to shoot something.
Okay.
Tell me that's not the same fucking
Fair enough,
game.
it's a successor, but at the same point, I'm not holding a plastic gun and I'm not shooting at a screen.
That's because you're not playing the Wii version. Because they didn't make one.
Yeah. But even then, it wasn't based on where your thing's pointing.
The Wii one?
Yeah.
The Zapper? Yes, it was.
No, it's not. The Wii thing, basically 2 infrared dots being projected, sensoring anything, it sees where the dots are, and it can see roughly where it is in translation. It doesn't directly translate. If it did on your screen, you were lucky. Not everyone's does.
Mine did.
Yeah, so you kind of...
Then again, I tweaked mine so that it was in exactly the right place for that to happen.
Yeah, but it doesn't always work like that. And
I know.
It's not the perfect... We want light guns. We should start a campaign to bring light guns back. Fuck it, I'm going to make a light gun machine. That's it. It's done. I'm making a light gun machine.
Okay. You can make light gun machines, I'm going to brew beer.
I've only got a 24-inch monitor, is that enough?
Yeah.
You have to be really fucking accurate at that, eh? I'll put a scope on it!
Oh fuck, I didn't. It recently closed.
Sorry.
I need to
Simple
save,
as
I need to save that link. Stop.
Oh, it's a tribute to Trevor, that one.
I need to save that link.
Canada by somebody?
Real Faction.
Ah, that's easy. Remember that. Trevor, that was a tribute to you. That one was called Canada by Real Faction. Because you're Canadian.
Fair enough. Can I pause the timer during that?
Probably not. Yeah.
No, I forgot.
Oh, no, never mind. So,
Pause it for a couple.
EA. EA are always good fun.
You're going
You
to
can
go...
go BioWare as well. Let's start with BioWare. Because
Right.
it's EA, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, BioWare are making... they're continuing the Mass Effect franchise. And they have said that they're going to move on and do some spin-offs. And they've started discussing them and who they'd want to be the lead character. Unfortunately, we can't discuss that in very much detail as a fact of neither of us have ever finished any of the Mass Effect games.
I watched someone play a bit of it once.
I bought it.
There's a guy called Shepard, right?
Yeah.
I remember Shepard.
Yeah, I
And
remember
also
Shepard.
Colours.
Hmm.
For some reason, Colours stand at
Actually, no.
the ending, yeah.
No. Let's not move on to that because it's apparently blown all out of context. But anyway, I'm going to claim that I finished Mass Effect 1 on the grounds that I played through the comic book thing that they put at the front of Mass Effect 2 for the PS3. So that you made all the choices.
Like playing through, yeah.
So yeah, I got all the story choices.
Right.
And then got to play the first... I think I played the first couple of hours of Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, I've never played any of it. I had it played on my PlayStation, but I'd never played it.
Yes, I bought Mass Effect 1. And then it sat in my rack for years. I mean, I traded it in when I got my PS3 and then I never played never played 2.
I can sympathise, I've got plenty like that.
But there are some cool characters. I did see some cool characters in there while I was playing, like a giant lizard guy that's apparently called Rex.
All I know is everyone wanted to sleep with Yvonne Strahovski, who was blue. I think she was blue. Or was she green? I think she was blue.
But then, why wouldn't you?
Well,
It's
that's
Yvonne
it, yeah.
Strahovski. She looks awesome in the new Riddick film.
I've seen the trailer, but I don't remember seeing her.
She's in it.
Ah, cool. I watched Pitch Black the other night. I made Fiona watch it. It got to the end, she just went, that was shit, wasn't it? What? Her brother fell asleep.
What?
I don't know. I thought Pitch Black was brilliant, but to be fair, going back now, it does suffer from the year 2000.
Yeah, I know that.
It's like Riddick kills something and says something like that as a fucker doesn't know who I am. Why did you need to say that? Who would say that in real life? Even if you're a mental case that likes to rape, pillage and kill people, you don't kill an enemy and say, fuck, I don't know. There's no one around to hear that witty line.
The only thing I don't understand about the new Riddick film is where it's set. Which part of his storyline it's set in.
Yeah, it's just on a planet, isn't it? But from what I've seen from the trailer, anyway.
Is it after Chronicles or before Chronicles?
I would guess after Chronicles.
But it could be before.
I can't remember how Chronicles ended.
He was in charge of that entire
Oh yeah,
fucking
he had an
army.
army, didn't he? So it can't be after Chronicles, right?
No, it could be because that army could have fucked over the army and just killed them all.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
I don't know where it's set. Because I also keep trying to tie in the games. Because the universe...
I just gave up on games.
Because there's the games and there's the anime.
There was Butcher Bay, wasn't there? I remember that one.
Butcher Bay was brilliant. Assault on Dark Athena.
It was alright, wasn't it?
It was
from what I
good,
remember, yeah.
but it wasn't. Its multiplayer was brilliant. I loved its multiplayer. That is a multiplayer mode that needs to come back.
Didn't you have kind of one is Riddick and the rest?
Yes, that's it. Basically, you had Riddick, and as Riddick, you could see in the dark as Riddick could, and you had the blades, and you had to run around and kill the...
Yeah.
And if they turned round with their flashlights on, they'd blind you.
It's basically the exact same principle as Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
But more awesome because you're Riddick.
You're Riddick.
Simple as
but
that.
then if you killed Riddick, you became Riddick.
The circle of life continues.
As you kill him, you must become him.
That's how life works, actually. So, BioWare Mass Effect spin-offs. Whoop. EA have also taken the Frostbite engine mobile.
Yeah, they've created Frostbite Go, which is a simplified, stripped-down version of Frostbite, and you can fuck off, because I know why you're laughing.
Well, this is the same Frostbite engine that wouldn't run on a Wii U.
Because they didn't fucking try.
But they've made a mobile version that's mobile compatible.
It's got to be Frostbite 1.
But even then, Frostbite 1 was perfectly powerful enough.
Yeah.
It had the ability to...
Frostbite 1 or Frostbite 2.
crap.
Not Frostbite 3.
Is it 3? I've no idea where the Frostbite's up to. I've got
It's
Battlefield 3, which has Frostbite 2.
2.
But I've never installed it.
No, 3 is the one they're working on now.
Right, okay.
All the next 15 games are going to be 3.
They've renamed one of the studios as well, haven't they? Which
Yeah.
LA something to Dice LA. Or LA Dice.
LA Dice.
Yeah.
And
Which
they're
is gonna be
working
on the Star Wars.
Yeah.
See, I keep up with
Well,
the
actually,
news.
no,
That's not even in there.
I know. But it depends on where you read that news story as to whether they're working on the Star Wars games or whether they're going to take over the Battlefield games and leave the main studio open for the Star Wars games.
No chance. The main studio will stick with Battlefield.
At this point, it's
Simple as that. They've got too much invested in Battlefield because they put all the effort to try and knock COD off the top, and they did a good job.
yeah. But at this point, it is another COD. It's copy paste. Job done. We've got another shooter.
It's nothing like COD.
Yeah, but it's not copy. I'm not saying it's like COD. I'm saying it's like every other Battlefield that there's ever been. Copy paste. We've got another. It's Fallout territory.
You could destroy stuff and shit. Okay, yeah, it's like every other Battlefield, but Battlefield's a good franchise. It deserves to knock COD off the top.
It is
frustrating.
It is the Fallout engine.
It's not Oblivion engine.
Yeah, Oblivion engine.
God, that's stressful. When everyone goes, "Oh look, there's a new Fallout game or a new Oblivion game," it looks kind of like the last one. Everything's a bit brown. Never mind. But anyway, Frostbite Go. So you can destroy shit on the move.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what that can do. And whether that's actually tied into the likes of the Ouya. That might actually be what it's for.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
But the other one is the online pass.
Yeah. EA are no longer continuing with the online pass.
They have said
approach.
that none of their future games will contain an online pass. They have listened to the fans and decided that system is not worth continuing with.
Microtransactions.
He, however, has his theory on what it is, and I'll let him explain what his theory is.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree to yours, but I think there's this element to it as well. EA pushing microtransactions. If you've paid to go online, you're unlikely to pay for extra bits because they're liking the free-to-play model.
Yeah.
They also do fee-to-play, but free-to-play is something they're kind of interested in. And if you have to pay for an online pass, you can't do free-to-play.
No, you can't.
So I think they're just going to scrap that and hope people will spend more, which is more likely. Because if I spend £10 on an online pass, I'd be less inclined to buy anything. But I will buy the odd trinket, extra bonus nonsense for.
See, your argument falls apart there on the grounds that if you've already invested £10 to buy the online pass, you've already invested in that game, which means you're more likely to buy more things because you've already invested something.
No.
In my opinion.
I wouldn't put extra money in. Maybe I'm just too Yorkshire.
No,
I'm just a tight ass.
We are Yorkshire, we are tight-fisted bastards, but I think that at that point, you've already open Pandora's box. You've already made the investment to buy the online pass.
Oh dear.
Which is why I think my argument for why they've got rid of it is more plausible, in that they just didn't make any money out of it, because the kind of person who would be buying a game second hand is not the same kind of person that's going to give a shit about online gameplay.
Yeah. Most games have an online lifespan of 3 to 6 months of
3 to 6 months,
popularity.
yeah.
Some games transcend that. You get your Call of Duties, but they only last 12 months.
Yeah, but anyway, the point is, anybody that really gives a shit about playing a game online is going to buy it at launch when they know that the online is going to be at its best. People who are coming in 3, 6, hell, 2 months down the line are likely to be the ones paying for the online pass. You've given the online pass to everybody who bought it brand new for free.
Yeah.
So they're not making you any money from it. So the extra development process that is required to build that online pass in is a net loss for the company.
It's not really anything, though, is it? To develop an online pass, it's literally some kind of encryption key.
But you've got to make sure that there's a bit of work. It's not masses of work, but it's extra work that doesn't need to be done.
If even 100 people buy it, which I'm guessing more than that did, it would be feasible. I think they're genuinely just... I think they're looking at
you've got to factor
streams.
No, because you've got to factor in. They do have their argument that they make is valid as well. That people are pissed off with them.
Well, yeah.
So you're pissing off all the players that would likely buy an online pass
for no
money. You're inconveniencing people that could potentially become online players and are just going to think, fuck you, I'm not going to bother.
Yeah.
And all the other people who actually buy second-hand games, like me, are going to think, well, I don't want to go fucking online anyway, then I have to deal with a little 13-year-old cunts.
It's that whole argument where really what we all want is games to be divided. Because Call of Duty, the single player...
Sell them separately.
...and the multiplayer are two very separate things,
yeah.
aren't they? There is no cross between the two. The single player is very much, you're playing your story, as however much Michael Bay's had some involvement in there, because I swear he must have.
Yeah.
It doesn't ever tie into the multiplayer.
Sell them separately.
They're two separate entities. They may as well.
Which one was it that did it on the PS3? It's available in the PSN store as a Killzone.
Yeah.
Resistance.
One of them.
One of those two. It's there in the PSN store that you can download and buy the multiplayer separate from the single player, and it's a lot cheaper as a result. And tell you what, if you did that with Call of Duty, Activision would make just as much money.
Maybe more, because they could charge more than the total cost of the game for the two separate elements.
Yeah.
Or even if they just give you the option to buy separate, but you can buy the two together for a discount.
Yeah.
Screw it, I'd go for that. Because I'd really, really... I say I don't want to play the multiplayer, but at the same time I don't really want to play the single player.
I know, but...
Although me and Alec have set each other a challenge. We're actually going to play through all of the Call of Duties from start to finish.
When's this happening?
Well, there's that games night coming up.
That's not enough time.
I might invite him over like a week before. We'll get a head start, and then we'll record it. It's fine. We'll stick it on there.
That's what I was going to say.
People want to watch hours and hours worth of gameplay, right?
They do, but they as long as they're not Nintendo gameplay.
It's fine. It's not. It's Activision. They're not money grabbers.
No, this week Nintendo. Well, in fact, yesterday Nintendo have kind of stepped down off their good guy pedestal.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what's going on here. Now, Nintendo on YouTube, there's a growing category. Well, it seems to be a growing category mainly because I watch this kind of thing of Let's Play videos. I've done a few of them myself, where I played through the StarCraft 2 campaign and Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. And these are just people playing the games and recording them and putting commentary over the top. Up until now, Nintendo haven't really paid much attention to YouTube. And they're one of the few companies that haven't done
That was ominous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
Haven't done copyright claims on intellectual property claims on their games. But that changed yesterday when a lot of people doing Let's Play videos got copyright matches. And in Nintendo's defense, they're doing one thing right. Where when Activision or the others come up against a copyright claim,
Shut it down, don't they?
the video gets taken down.
Yeah.
Nintendo aren't taking them down. They are, however, taking all the advertising off it and putting their own advertising in place, meaning that the people doing these Let's Play videos are no longer making money from them.
Yeah.
Which means that they're going to it's kind of... It's catch-22. Because Nintendo have every right to protect their copyright.
They do, but at the same time, this is free promotion.
At the same time, it's free promotion, and the Let's Play creators are creating free press, doing the effort of creating the content.
Legally, they've actually done nothing wrong in producing this video. The problem comes in is when they make money from it. Because you're making commercial success from somebody else's hard work.
But then it's kind of under fair use as well. Because you're at no point claiming ownership of the content that you're creating.
That's a fair point.
Because I had problems with that to begin with when I first started putting up the Sega video.
If you put
Sonic
anyone else's stuff up
no,
there.
if I put the Sonic videos up there without a copyright, all rights reserved, all that shit, it got flagged every time. YouTube wouldn't put adverts on it, and then I put the copyright claim in there in the messaging, and YouTube stopped.
Leave you alone.
Yeah, YouTube were happy with that because I was acknowledging that I was using somebody else's content and giving them representation.
Yeah. On a slightly more positive note, the dog's just humped Fiona and spilt a tea all over an iPad. It's a good job he's going to the vets tomorrow.
I've got beer in my sinuses.
Yeah, sorry about that. I should have warned you.
If I'd have had a bigger mouthful of beer, you would have seen it shoot everywhere.
The dog humping Fiona alone is funny, but spilling tea on her iPad is just that little bit extra that just tips it over the edge. So, Google Play services.
Oh, Google Play finally catching up and doing with Android what every game service has, which is a proper...
Have you seen what they've also done in the opposite?
What?
Kind of counteractive to this. They've stopped games for Google Plus. So they're getting rid of games for Google Plus and making games for Android kind of
fair enough.
piece. Why they can't just get an idea in their head and stick with it? I mean, that's...
This is it. I think it's part of the 25% thing that they do. 25% of Google employees' time is given to free projects.
Yeah.
And, sorry, not 20%, but that's where Gmail came from, it's where Google Plus came from, it's where Google Maps came from, it's where Google Reader came from, it's where Google Wave came from.
Giving people that free time just gives them...
Lets them create something, but when they stop doing it as spare time and actually start doing it as part of their main job, that's when it starts falling apart. That's why Google Wave went away, why Gmail has become shit, why Google Plus is a complete washout, and Google Reader's going away. Fuck off.
You're not happy about that, are you?
I really am, because I haven't found a single RSS reader that matches up to the quality of Google Reader.
I'm sure there must be some.
There are some, but I can't get used to them.
No, it's the way you work as well. You
Yeah.
mass consume rather than...
Yeah, I don't consume the content that comes through my reader as an actual content consumption method. I use it as an aggregator so that I can fly through everything in one block.
We'll find something, Paddy. The podcast will resume.
The podcast will continue regardless.
Yeah.
We'll just have to start talking shite.
Oh, the irony. So, Incredible Machine.
Yep, Incredible Machine was
It's
a brilliant
kind
game.
of.
And its original creator kind of had gone into limbo, and the Incredible Machine continued and became shit.
Yeah.
It's back now. The original creator is back, and he's making its spiritual successor, Contraption Maker. Same game, same Rube Goldberg gameplay, and looks like it's going to be the next generation of it. And I'm looking
I always
forward
got
to it.
annoyed with these games. They always started way too slow.
Yeah.
It's the one kind of game where you don't need tutorials. People know that balloons float. They know how cogs work. If you can't figure it out, you shouldn't be playing this game. Is it just me?
It is just you.
I don't know what that noise was, but... It's
Rudolph.
Oh, right. Thanks for the warning, though. You're just going to leave me with the next few, which are, let's face it, things I know nothing about.
What's left?
Zombie U, Metro, and Batman.
Oh, talk about Metro. It's last light.
Yeah, and how the hell do I cover that?
Well, it's the fact that they're giving it for free on PlayStation Plus.
They're not giving it for free. Right, anyway,
discount.
PlayStation Plus users can get a discount on Metro Last Light. How the hell I'm supposed to string this story up for longer than this, I have no idea, but Paddy's gone for a piss, so I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. It's $48, which in UK terms is about £3 million. And it looks pretty awesome. I'm trying to hold off because I want it on PC, because I'm one of those elitist knobs. But I don't have a PC that can play it, so chances are this will end up in my collection like every other game, which I buy 12 months down the line and never play. We also have Zombie U sequel prototype in development.
I assumed you'd have more to say than that, but...
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. It's Metro Last Light. We've covered it however many times. It looks freaking awesome, and I can't play it.
Yeah, that's because you don't have a PC.
Yeah, I know. Keep
That's your own fault.
me. Thank you.
It's your own fault.
Zombie U sequel prototype in development. Go.
Well,
Oh wait, that's on the Wii U. No,
yeah.
it won't ever get made.
No, it will, because actually Ubisoft made money out of the Wii U. They're the only people to make money out of the Wii U, because they're the only people to make a fucking game for it.
Certainly Nintendo haven't so far. Oh dear. They're going to release that Zelda game and that Mario game and that Metroid game and that Pikmin game and every other game.
I'm sorry,
every other console.
You need to get that right. Those Mario games, those Zelda games, those Pikmin games. No, sorry, the Pikmin game. And what was the other one?
Metroid,
they haven't announced yet.
Yeah, you will get one though.
But they have announced for Mario.
Right.
Mario, a 3D Mario game. Another Mario 2D, side-scrolling. Another Mario 3D. Mario Kart. Mario Smash Brothers. So that's 4 of them.
Yeah.
For Zelda, there is new Zelda that they're working on. There is the HD remaking of Wind Waker. The Link to the Past 2 is actually 3DS, but there will probably be a Wii U port. So there's 3 of them. There's Pikmin. Basically, there is a glut at the end of the year when people like me who have a Wii U will feel
you'll have
incredibly good.
Yeah.
Until we finish those games, in which point we'll realise what the fuck did we buy this thing for.
But let's be honest. Go back now. Name however many good games. If you go back through
Yoshi's Yarn.
There you go. If you go back through the Nintendo archive and say pick some good games,
they have been milking the same 4 franchises for the last 2.5 decades.
You're going to say, well, Mario was good. But let's be honest, right? Mario 1 is alright.
Yeah.
Mario 1. Mario was alright.
Super Mario Bros. Was good.
Yeah. If you keep going down that road, the third one was probably the best of those series on the NES.
Yep. It depends on which version of the second one you got. Whether you got the one where it was actually just a reskin of a different game, or whether you actually got the Lost Levels version. Do you remember the Mario Kart All Stars?
Yeah.
Right, Mario All Stars Kart had 1, 2, 3, and Mario the Lost Levels in it.
Okay.
It had 4 games on the cartridge. The first game was Mario 1. Second game was Mario 2, 3. Lost Levels was actually what was released as Mario 2 in Japan.
We just didn't get it.
No, they decided that 2 would be too difficult for us. So they reskinned Super Doki Doki or something like that.
Patronising bastards.
With Mario characters. It was the same gameplay, same characters. It's the reason why in that game You jump into vases rather than going down pipes, while you're throwing radishes at people rather than jumping on them.
Well, I'll be honest. I think I went Super Mario Brothers, and then the third. I don't remember the second.
Most people do.
But I remember it was awesome. So,
Yeah.
3
3 was awesome.
But if you go back through the history, it's all games you've played.
Yeah. Oh, no. But Nintendo has been milking the same 3 or 4 franchises. Metroid, Mario, and
Zelda. Yeah. Pikmin's a kind of
depends whether or not you count Yoshi as a separate franchise.
I don't.
You don't.
It's a spin-off from Mario.
Yeah, but it's a spin-off and it's become a franchise in its own self because
there's
a whole subset of Yoshi games that are independent.
But they're not. If you ask the average Joe about Yoshi, it's that guy from Mario.
Yeah, I suppose because if you count Yoshi as his own, you've got to count Wario as his own.
And Luigi.
No, you don't have to count Luigi. He's only had 2 games.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's only had 2 games.
Either way, there's not. I'm sorry to say this. There's not that many good. Sorry, not that many outstanding Nintendo games. There's a lot of very good games.
Yeah, Pokemon, but that's not theirs. Really, it's just
not
exclusive
it's just
to
linked to them, isn't it? But look at it this way. I mean, Mario games. If you go back, there's Mario 3 was good. Mario 64.
In fact,
was good.
last time they came
Paper
up,
Mario.
the last time they came up with a new IP was Pikmin.
Yeah, but IPs aren't the problem. It's gameplay and concept. So Paper Mario is different.
Yeah, but it is one of the things that IPs are good at. Is IPs are driving new concepts and new gameplay mechanics because it allows you to do things that you can't do with the existing franchises because people expect certain things.
Yeah, but Mario, they have. They did Paper Mario. They did Super Mario Galaxy nonsense.
Well, yeah, Mario. They've done 2D platforming, 3D platforming, kart racing, fighting, football, Olympics.
Yeah, but if you plot them out on a timeline and rule out repeats, so sequels, you don't have that many good games. I know it sounds like a ridiculous thing to say, but you don't.
No.
And I think that's what Nintendo suffer from. They're going to get this big glut of content, and then it's kind of lull again.
They need something spectacular to come out on the Wii.
They need new IPs. Nintendo need to invest in something a little bit new. Because they're getting past it now. It's like Sega with Sonic. We have Sonic! Great, that'll only get you so far. And it did. They got so far and then they realised, shit, we got fuck all else. They had some good games, but
I'll give them their due. Generations was fucking spectacular. I love Generations.
I'm going back before Sonic became a software company.
Oh yeah, but
that's what led to them being a software company. They invested so much in certain games and...
Well, no. They released the Saturn.
Yeah, and that probably didn't help.
And the Mega CD. And the 32X.
Yeah, alright. Bad time, Sega.
I'll give them EA are known for milking things, but Sega took them one step further.
What we're saying here is 3 bad consoles equals death.
Yeah.
So Wii U.
Yep, that's 1.
What's next?
I don't think they'll get 3. I think they'll get 1.
This could be the killer.
I don't think it'll be...
The amount of time and money they invest to get this far.
It'll be... I don't think we'll see another Nintendo TV console. However, I think they will refocus themselves back into the handheld market because they really have to pick up their game there as well.
They've always owned the handheld market since the Game Boy, though.
But even this generation, they still own it. The 3DS still outsells the PSP hand over fist.
Yeah.
But even that, they got wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't launch with the XL version. They didn't launch with the 2 thumbsticks that were needed. If you want 2 thumbsticks on the 3DS, you've got to have a separate attachment, which means that no developers are generating content for that second thumbstick.
Which means it's awkward to control.
Yeah.
I think the Vita has some good things going for it, but even that's not doing well because people don't want to spend hundreds of pounds on a smartphone and carry around a Vita.
No.
There needs to be some kind of middle ground. Whether you have a PlayStation accessory for a smartphone, I don't know. But
do you want to know
a Vita that has a phone in it?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to say. The way that Sony could do it is just take the Asus Pad phone thing, and have the bloody phone clip into the back of your Vita. You can still, in fact, clip it in backwards. You can still do your back touchscreen thing.
Then you won't have a screen unless you put a screen on the front.
Unless you put a screen on the front of the thing.
Then you may as well put a touchscreen on the back and use the screen in the front. It's cheaper that way.
Yeah, but then who wants a touchscreen on the back of their phone?
No, you put the touchscreen on the back of the device and clip it in the front. So your screen is from the phone screen.
Yes.
Because it's a bit cheaper that way. This is rambling. This is drunken rambling at the best. So we've covered Metro, we've covered the Zombie U prototype in development. Rift going free to play. That's it, really, isn't it?
There's nothing more to say there apart from the fact that this is kind of another nail in the coffin for World of Warcraft. Because Rift was their biggest subscriber rival. It was the last holdout of... Because they were still rising in subscribers. They were still seeing a month-on-month increase in players. Despite having a subscription.
I know it sounds daft, but really, this free-to-play phenomenon, as they call it, is common sense, because...
People are cheap.
Well, not only that, but I spend most of my time looking at usability of websites and how to make them profitable.
Yeah.
And the number one term that comes up every single time is barrier to entry.
Yeah.
If you have anything that stops you while you're kind of looking into something or going down a process, your brain shuts off. Imagine playing a game that says play now. You click play now and you're playing. That's it. That's what you need. That's perfect. And that's where I think RuneScape's probably going to do really well.
RuneScape's still going. Yeah, RuneScape.
Well, the third, is it?
RuneScape 3 is mobile enabled,
and it's
HTML5,
yeah. If you could
and fully functional on tablets, designed around tablets.
If you can click and play, it's sorted.
Yeah.
That game is just instant win.
No, I agree with that. And Rift going free to play is all feeding into that. They accept, they themselves acknowledge we're still making money. We were profitable.
Yeah.
But the market has moved on, and we don't think this is the way we should be anymore. So we're going free to play. We think we'll make as much money. We're leaving the subscription options in there as premium packages, so the subscribers will become gold package.
And let's be honest, those that do play for free, it means more people get to experience a game they otherwise wouldn't get to.
That's the thing. Free to play works for MMOs to a degree, but again, it still comes down to the thing of subscription. Well, saturation of free to play. There's a problem now in the MMO market that all it'd take is. I'm struggling to think of subscription MMOs.
Oh, I've got one.
Eve.
Wow.
Well, Eve is still subscription.
I took the cheap way out.
I know.
But Eve is a unique.
Eve is a novelty.
There is nothing like Eve on the web ever.
No.
Yeah. Should we move on there and quickly cover the Sony news?
Oh Christ! Have we not done that yet?
No, we haven't. There's a few we can blast through. So they've waived the developer fee for PlayStation Mobile,
which is good.
Yeah, always good. They've trademarked "Greatness Awaits," which is the cheesiest tagline for a console ever.
Yeah, but then they're probably selling that into the. That's going to fall apart if the Nintendo taking ownership of its content on YouTube, because that's tied into the share button, isn't it? Tying into everyone that makes the Let's Play videos.
Yeah, but I don't think Sony would claim it like Nintendo have. I think if they're letting people share,
unless Sony only let you share through specified channels and only allow you to see certain adverts,
you might not even be able to put adverts on your YouTube channel if you share through Sony.
Yeah.
I don't know how it'd work, but either way, greatness awaits. Nice little cheesy tagline there. An investor for Sony has called for the split up of Sony, which isn't unusual because Sony has some very profitable parts and some very dire parts. PlayStation, I think, fits kind of
PlayStation
in the middle.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's not that profitable, but it's not that.
It's not profitable. Yeah,
it makes money.
It makes money. It's profitable hardware. It's semi-profitable software.
I thought it was the other way around. It's not profitable hardware. It makes money through the software.
Well, no. In recent years, it's turned around, and the hardware is now profitable.
Since they lowered the price, and Either way, I'm not sure that's a good thing, because if they do that, it could end up with basically non-profitable parts. For example, the hardware side of Sony PlayStation for the first few years of any console release is always negative.
But if this happens and they separate them off, does it not mean that Sony might start cutting the dead weight? It might make it easier to spot what the dead weight is, because the company as a whole is profitable and has been profitable for decades.
Yeah.
But there's some parts of it that aren't. There's some parts of it that could be cut.
Yeah, but look at it this way. If, for example, let's look at it on a balance sheet. PlayStation looks like a loss. PlayStation software is a positive. Without one, you don't get the other.
Yeah, but they'd be separated off into...
I say as long as they separate it
properly. If they separate it properly, and the PlayStation and Entertainment, PSN and all that lot becomes one thing, Sony Music, Sony hardware.
Yeah. I think
the hardware would fuck off first.
I think phones are generally not a strong suit for
Sony Ericsson, yeah.
Well, it's not Ericsson anymore. They've dropped the Ericsson. It's just Sony now.
Yeah, but they'd be the first to be booted.
I'm not sure. The thing is, they've put a lot of effort in recently. And
do you know anybody that owns a Sony phone?
No, but look at it this way. I want a Sony phone.
Why?
I know this sounds daft.
You want the CyberShot camera, don't you?
No, they are the only people in the industry. They just need to tweak it a little bit further, because what they currently do is they're aiming for a certain market, which they fill miserably, by putting waterproof and water resistance in them.
Yeah.
They've made one now that is a higher level of waterproof, the ZR, I think it is. And
why are not all phones waterproof
by now?
Well,
this is it, and which means you can take pictures underwater. They should all be waterproof. They're not. Sony should lead the way. They should make a flagship phone.
I'm sure I saw an advert for a Samsung that was waterproof.
No, I don't think it is. But either way, they should make an advert for They should make a phone that is no expense spared, waterproof, dustproof, shock resistant, unlikely to smash, and just basically make the leader. That's what somebody needs to do to take it away from Samsung, because Samsung are unfortunately winning the market with shite. The S4 is a good phone, but it's packed full of shit software.
There we go. Galaxy S4, there's a waterproof version of it.
What?
There's a waterproof version of the Samsung Galaxy S4.
Okay.
I'm sure I knew I'd seen an advert for it. So and yeah, what you were on about is the Xperia Z. That's the advert I've seen.
No, the ZR is the newer version.
Fair enough.
The Z is waterproof, as in you can put it in a pint of beer, you can take it in the shower, it's fine. The ZR you can actually take underwater for a substantial amount of time and it'll be fine. There's different varying levels of waterproof, and that is where it's going to come in. IP58 is what the ZR is, IP57 is what the Z is. IP57 basically means you can take it in a shower, you can take it under water briefly. 58, you can sit underwater and take pictures. Yeah, I'm a geek, right? I have to deal with standards and shit all day long. This is at least something relative. But
the S4.
Yeah, but it's still...
If we get that...
It's a piece of plastic. The S4, I'm sorry, it's at the end of the day, the Samsung S4 is a lovely bit of phone. It's technology, but it's function over form. And you need a bit of both.
Yeah.
iPhone does it well, but that's form over function. Nobody does. Good looking phone. Actually, sorry, no. HTC with the One.
Yeah.
That is a pretty awesome phone. There's a dog.
Yep.
HTC with the One do it well. Nokia, to a certain extent, do it well, but there's a lot of plastic involved. We just need a decent, strong metal phone, and we're having a dog in the podcast.
Yep.
We have a dog! We have a dog in the podcast! But no hats or bow ties. There will be a bow tie. He may be wearing a cone. It's fine. Either way, Sony needs to do something.
The last thing before we go on to the extra time stuff is the joke that is the Batman Arkham Origins trailer, which is 41 seconds long.
Bearing in mind you have an intro and an exit.
Right, no, I was going on to that next. 41 seconds long for a teaser trailer is not much. When you put on the intro that explains which studios are making the game, and the intros that include ERSB rating, studios making the game, and then the outro explaining game title and licensees that own the brands within the game, there is actually only 12 seconds of footage within that teaser trailer. 12 seconds. And of that 12 seconds, real-time gameplay is zero.
So it's a little video.
So basically, don't bother fucking watching it. It's a waste of time.
Yeah. On a similar note, Gran Turismo 6 also has a teaser trailer, and it's much the same.
It's pretty much the same trailer you've watched on any...
Go look at the other Gran Turismo
Why are they still
trailers.
making Gran Turismo?
Because it's an awesome game.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It really is. I still go back and play Gran Turismo. It's my one game where if I'm bored, I will go and sit and play Gran Turismo. I'll have a race around the track in my Renault Clio. Yes, I have a Renault Clio. Yes, it kicked the ass of a Zonda the other day. AI shit in some races. McLaren
you and me
F1
have very different ideas of chill out gameplay because
I'm
you
a petrol head. I like racing. That is my...
No, but when I go petrol head, I will pick up a driving game. The difference is I pick up Burnout Revenge.
Yeah, that's not a racing game.
It is.
It's not. That's an action adventure game with cars.
Or
it's a Michael
Split
Bay
Second.
film. It's a Michael Bay film, even more so with that one. With cars. That's not racing.
But I don't want to have to fuck about tuning my engine, picking the right tyres for the track, and all that shit. That's not fun.
If you really want to have a laugh, right, I'll put you in the F1 car on PlayStation.
You still owe me a drink.
Do I?
Yes.
I was hammered and you beat me, didn't you?
No. The last games night
okay, yeah.
you had at your place before you moved in with Fig, at the flat.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. You challenged everybody in the room that if they made a lap, you picked the car, picked the track, and said if you can make a lap of this track without crashing or spinning out, I owe you a drink. And I managed it.
Yeah, you did. In my defence, all of the tuning on that car was turned off, so you had a bog standard car, which I realised after the first person started driving. It's supposed to be tuned to hell. You're supposed to touch the throttle and it spins on the spot. That's how I had it set up.
No, but everybody else did.
Yeah, I know.
And I didn't.
You just took it carefully and drove around the track.
So you still owe me a drink, but that's...
Anyway, there's a new one now, the F1 car. Try and take that around the track. No driving aids. Oh my god, I tried it the other day. You touch the accelerator, it just goes, whoop. It just turns on the spot. You don't even have to be turning or accelerating. It can spin on the spot. It's...
Right, the podcast is starting to bleed back into the 1 hour 20
right.
category.
That's it. We're done. Nonsense to follow. PlayStation 4 ad is fake.
There's a fake PlayStation 4 advert, and to be fair, it could actually work as a proper PlayStation 4 advert.
Cool. Is it just a picture of the controller?
No. Basically, it's a load of close-ups of people's faces, and you can see the triangle, square, and all that in their eyes,
right.
And then it shows some gameplay and a dummy console, and it actually looks believably adverty.
Yeah. We've got 6 minutes of Watch Dogs gameplay footage, which just go look at it because it's Watch Dogs. It's awesome.
There's a new trailer for XCOM Declassified, the Bureau,
the shooter, innit?
the shooter.
Not
But they're still actually selling it as an RTS kind of thing, and it'll be a bit turn-based as well.
Oh, that might be interesting and see how it goes.
5 minutes of the first 5 minutes of Star Wars has been recreated in Minecraft, and that's it. We're done.
Yeah, it's been nice talking to you. Hi, Trevor.
Right, if you're watching the YouTube video, in fact, if you're listening to the podcast, go to the YouTube channel, watch the video. It's the same thing, but
we're shit in it.
You can see us make tits of ourselves.
Also,
and subscribe to the YouTube channel and the video.
I'm just thinking the lighting has changed a lot. I wonder if they can even see us in that video now. Factor that in, did we? Just there we go. Yeah. It's a bit dark, but we're still here. You can find us on Twitter. I'm D_Gower. He's DrunkenGamer. We've got 8-Bit Alliance on Twitter as well, /Drinky Talky Thingy on Facebook, and 8bitalliance.com if you just want to see the website and see all the shite that we post.
Yeah.
Which, it's been nice talking to you, and we'll see you next week.
I can't believe that's that dark.
I know, it's not good, is it? They can see us, it's fine. You can see us, yeah?
You know how to stop the
I
cat
have no
tip?
idea how to stop it. I'll let you.
You stopped it last week.
Did I?
Yeah.
Not intentionally.